CTV's W5. Here is Rick Westhead.
Professional athletes deal with pressure every day. That's especially true for so-called bubble players, those on the fringes of their team's roster. One bad game can mean a trip to the minors. Toronto Maple Leaf forward Nic Petan is one of those players. But the stress of keeping his job in the NHL is nothing compared to what he's had to deal with off the ice. A family tragedy triggered by his father's mental illness. But it's something he's speaking out about to help others.
A red and white packed house at the Air Canada Centre in Toronto to see Canada take on Slovakia, with a winner to face the Russians in the gold medal game tomorrow night.
For me, that still goes down as probably the best game ever. I don't really remember playing, like I do, but it's just like it was such a blur.
And Dad throws a hat.
And look how proud Papa is.
What a moment.
What lies behind a smile? Sometimes the truth is obscured. At the 2015 World Juniors, Franc Petan beamed at his son's heroics. But under the surface, that smile was hiding a secret, a profound pain.
The scary thing is that deep down inside,
Hey, Frank, ¿cómo estás?
no one knew how bad it was.
To the line, Petan shoots. They score! They score! What a goal by Nic Petan!
Long before becoming a professional hockey talent, Vancouver's Nic Petan was just baby Nicholas to his dad, Frank.
Nicholas! Cruz. You're my Cruz. Hey, buddy. Hi, bud. Come on, Nicholas, you do it on your own.
Such a loving family, sporty, very sporty. All four of us were just, anytime we could play sports, we play sports.
Good stuff, go all the way, buddy, go all the way!
Frank loved athletics, instilling his competitive fire in both Nick and older brother Alex.
We were skating at 2 years old.
Come on, buddy!
Dad was a phenomenal soccer player. We had a ball at our feet probably around the same time.
That's it, dribble. Oh!
Alex and Nick kept their mom, Rosanna Petan, extremely busy.
Both boys played hockey. They both played soccer at the same time, as in the same season.
Alex, check the slack tackle. That's it.
That's it! Keep it going! That's it, buddy!
Competitive, that's the word.
Nice try, bud!
Good tackle, Alex, good tackle.
When Frank wasn't watching his boys from the stands, the boys watched Frank run his restaurant in Vancouver.
Our whole lives, he was the owner of the restaurant La Notte. I wanted to be just like him and walking around with a waiter outfit and, you know, trying to go to tables and chit-chat and try to get a good tip.
Mike Primorano was one of Frank's closest friends.
A lot of guys would have aspired to be like him. Very strong personality. Frank and I were golfing here, and he duffed a drive, and he launched his driver down the fairway, but it got hung up about 30 feet up a tree. So Frank jumps on the trunk of this tree, and he hugs it, and he works his way up this tree, and he's 40 feet up in this tree. The course marshal pulls up and says, "What are you doing?" And Frank says, "What the do you think I'm doing?" We did get those clubs out of the tree. So I can tell you that he's not a quitter.
Like Frank, the boys had a will to succeed. Alex is now playing his third year of European pro hockey, and Nick was drafted into the NHL in 2013.
Winnipeg selects from Portland in the Western Hockey League, Nic Petan.
He was a hard-working man, so anytime I'm out there, I try to be the hardest working guy on the ice.
And Canada's going to win it. It's World Junior Gold in Toronto.
When did you start to see that there might be an issue with your dad?
2015. Yeah, about that time, right around the World Juniors, or right after that, I want to say. Everything just changed, and he sold his restaurant. He lost his drive.
He was not himself. He wasn't treating my mom the way he treated her his entire life. And something's wrong. My dad was extremely good at hiding his true feelings, obviously.
I knew him for a long time, 35 years, and yeah, scared the hell out of me. It was scary.
Only months removed from the joy of the World Juniors, Franc Petan attempted, unsuccessfully, to take his own life.
I was the one that he called for the first time. He attempted. We started talking to the doctors, we had meetings. Yeah, he was diagnosed with bipolar. He started his medication. It was fairly straightforward and simple. Right away, I noticed a change. I saw him get better.
He was like my dad again, so. We had good trips, and our best trip, probably, us four went to Penticton for like 3 days and just like hung on the beach, and we just chucked the football in the water for hours. Everything was so good, so it was such a shock when it happened. So. Yeah, I was in Winnipeg, and it was during training camp.
I was in Italy playing for Bolzano for the last 2 seasons. I got a knock on the door from my assistant coach, and I saw his phone light up, and I was like, okay, well, what's going on?
I got a phone call from my agent.
I put the phone to my ear, and he said, Alex, your dad passed away.
Franc Petan died by suicide. He was 56 years old.
Nick, yeah, he didn't want to communicate with anybody. You know, it took him a while, I think a week or a couple weeks before he could talk to anybody.
Your mom said she was worried. She said that you really shut down.
Yeah, I just, yeah, I didn't know what to do, so I just felt like I just needed some time to like process it. I still can't process it, so.
After weeks away from hockey, Nick returned to the Jets organization in November and was eventually given a new opportunity in Toronto.
Lost control, center pass, goal! Nic Petan with his first goal as a Toronto Maple Leaf.
He has spent months adjusting to life without his father, but is slowly learning from the experience.
He just, he held a lot inside, so. At the end, he let a little bit more out, and it just obviously wasn't enough. I feel like this is just, you know, not something to keep inside anymore, so. Just sharing it, and the biggest thing is letting it out, talking, and surrounding yourself with people. That's the biggest thing.
So we're just leaving my house, East Vancouver. It's a first annual charity event, golf tournament that me and Alex decided to put on.
What's up, dude? What's up?
Good to see you, man.
See ya. Hey. My dad passed. It was just, I
another reason to do it. So we're doing it for mental health, Canadian mental health. Hey, good smack!
Best ball.
Yes, yes. I don't even know where this is gonna go, guys.
It'll probably go left.
It's going straight. Yeah! That sucks.
Bent the club left.
My father had a golf tournament through his restaurant for many years at the University Golf Club as well. So I think it touched a lot of people, especially the ones that were really close to him.
How is the family getting through this?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know how they can do it. I don't know how people do it. If you know Frank and you're of his family, his children, they're gonna have his character. And he wasn't a quitter. He got knocked down, he'd get back up twice as hard. This disease can take down anybody.
Nice shot.
The inaugural Franc Petan Invitational was a rousing success, filled with love and laughs. The brothers raised $34,000 for children's mental health charities in BC and gave family and friends a reason to smile again.
Did it break?
While providing an outlet to talk about what lies behind a smile.
Getting the hockey world, all of our friends and family, helping us out, support, and not only raise money, but just bring awareness to this issue. And we just want to make the biggest difference that we possibly can as two brothers in the community of Vancouver, and we hope that we can save some lives as well.
Yeah, have fun over there. Have fun. Have fun.
For anyone who's watching and going through these things, just chat it out, let everything out, and try not to hold anything in.
Oh, I love this. I'm so tall.
Very proud of all of them. The boys blow me away.
I won, so you go first.
I know where they got it from. Oh, you're
Oh, wonderful.
everything they learned from him.
You go in the bush.
They did. They learned from him. I totally believe that.
Besides joining the conversation about mental illness, the Petan family has encouraged Canadians to give to the Canadian Mental Health Association to support mental health initiatives across Canada.